we have yet another message. This says, "Hi sisters, I was dating this lady some years ago. A few years into a relationship, she cheated on me and I found out. Things turned sour after that. She asked me to forgive her, so I tried forgiving her, but she still continued with the red flags that led to her cheating on me and was actually trying to juggle between myself and another man to see who will marry her. I realized she couldn't change and gave up on her. Her family knew about our relationship." Fast forward, 4 years later, her younger sister and I have become really good friends, and I think I actually like her more than a friend. We have so much in common, but I do not know if I should act on my feelings. This is not like a revenge thing. I really do like her, and I get the sense she likes me too. We have gone out a few times, and her sister, which is my ex, knows about it. Okay, will it be wrong if I told her how I feel? I've been battling with this decision for some time now, so please advise. All right, Claudia. Let me come to you with this one. What do you think?
Why are people like this? Why do people just like complications? Like life is so simple. Why her? Why her of all the women in the world? Why that particular sister? I mean, it's weird. It's not wrong because it's not incest. But it's awkward and it's weird. And has he thought of the relationship between the two sisters? How this is going to mean for the two sisters? The friction in the family, at extended family level, at nuclear family level. For me, this is undue pressure. But if he wants to go ahead, it's not really his decision to make. He can only voice his feelings. And then it's up to the girl to decide if she's also ready for this hassle, as I put it. Because then she has to deal with her sister, who might probably still be in love with him. We'll never know. But for me, it's too complicated to engage. But if he still wants to engage, he should say it. I mean, nobody will kill him for voicing his feelings. But it's up to the lady who he intends to propose to decide if this arrangement is worth the emotional burden that will come, and the family frictions and the family discussions, the jokes and the jests that will come along. And how sure are we that he's even gotten over the first girl? He's assuming he's over her. So how is this new girl also going to ensure that you still don't like my sister? You're not eyeing my sister whilst you're in the house with me? There's a lot of questions and complications, but I wouldn't advise him. But if he still wants to do it, say it. Nobody will kill you, but the decision is not yours to make. She has to evaluate the risk and the burden involved and see if it's worth it at all. But there are too many women in this world. My 2 cents.
Right. Very good 2 cents. Ceci.
I like the way she started. Why are people like this?
Like to complicate things, huh?
Yeah. I don't think there's a real problem here. Why? Because it's not like he and this new lady have talked about anything. You assume that, okay, you people like each other, but I don't think the relationship has been defined yet.
No.
You've not had that conversation. So you are just...
He's wondering whether to go ahead.
Okay, he's wondering whether to go ahead. Okay. Well, he can go ahead and tell her what he feels. What she does with that information, that is where the problem or the not problem is. Okay, so she can decide that when you tell her, she will go like, this is too complicated. I like you, but this is too complicated because my sister has already been with you. Or, let's do it. Okay, so you can go ahead, tell her, but a lot will be dependent on what she does with that information. Simple. So that's about it. It's not such a huge problem, so there isn't much to say about it. Obviously, the previous relationship, well, she cheated on you. She was now juggling between you and this other guy, which means that she wasn't sure about what she wanted.
Or she wanted to get married and she didn't feel like he was ready.
Okay. So for her, it was about marriage, and she felt like you were not ready. So she was now juggling between two. You know, I have a picture of someone juggling oranges or apples. Yeah, but it was obvious that maybe he didn't have what she wanted at the time. I don't know if this woman is married or not.
Yeah, I was wondering as well.
Yeah.
But would it make a difference if she was married to someone else?
Honestly, I don't think so. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. I mean, it's just about how matured we are about the whole thing. Like, if it does happen, how are you guys going to see it? Hey, you were with this other sister, and then now you can't go. You know how Ghanaians are like saying that you can't go for two sisters in the same house, and you know how. Yeah, I don't, Charlie, some way. But tell her, by all means, let her know how you feel. For all she doesn't feel that way about you, or for all she does. So just tell her, then you take it from there. Plain and simple.
I do think that it would matter whether her
huh?
sister, which is his ex, is married now or not. If she's married, chances are she's moved on, she's happy where she is, may not bother so much. But say she's still unmarried 4 years later, and now you're falling in love with my sister. Like, how dare you? Berman. Okay. Olivia, let me bring you in. I don't know how you feel about this.
Yes, I agree. How dare you? Like, Charlie, what Citi was saying about asking her there. Okay, well, this is just my humble opinion. I don't think that this relationship that he is fueling with this sister is necessary. What it is that this is what I'm thinking or I'm imagining. So big sister cheats on him. He is so heartbroken, calls the sister up because they're friends. It's like, do you know what your sister did? This is what your sister did. She broke my heart. Can you imagine? She was on a call with this other guy, but I really love your sister. And then this girl was telling you, oh, don't worry, everything will work out okay. Everything will work out okay. Now, she cheated on you twice. Now, you've been looking for consolation in this girl's, well, not arms, but with regards to what she thinks and emotional solace and all of that. And she's always been there for you. And relationship, like they say, you don't build relationship. It doesn't just come up like that. It's built over time. You spend so much time with this girl. Okay, I'm presuming it was when you were going out with her sister up until now. So there are things that automatically you see that you didn't see before because you're spending more time with her. It's like, and you did tell us that, you actually have a lot of things in common with her. And all of that came out of time, you spending so much time with her. So this is my take. I don't honestly, if you end up in any kind of relationship with your ex's sister, look at it this way. Imagine that you actually marry your ex's sister, She's an ex who does not go anywhere. She is not going anywhere. You can't block her. You can't get rid of her. You guys have kids. She's the auntie. Auntie wants to come and visit. Like, you can't erase her. And the sisters, depending on their bond, you can't even get in between them. And intimacy is such a crazy thing, my dear. Because once you get intimate, you've gotten intimate with her big sister. And then now you're getting intimate with her. And depending on what the attraction was to start with, how many years down the line you're entertaining auntie in your house? Lai Momo is always Lai Momo. Me, I don't care what anybody says. But she will come and she will tease you. And you don't know, sometimes you can have some sisters who are just evil like that. It's life. It is true. Not every sister is an amazing sister. I know what I'm talking about. You see, you can have this girl, this other big sister, be all envious. It didn't work out for me. Maybe you, this guy, you've decided, you're staying focused in this marriage with this other sister. You're making things work. You're going to be faithful, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, the big sister is sitting back, looking at, so you guys are actually married. You have kids together. You're prosperous. This should have been my marriage. And all of a sudden, I can see some kind of envy brewing, some kind of hatred. It's when you look at the future implications of getting involved with this sister, it might be an innocent relationship, but there are too many bottlenecks. There are too many landmines around it. I honestly, when I sit here and I'm looking, I'm projecting what the future is going to hold or what the future is going to look like, I'm scared. Because you could start, you could get the sisters to start hating each other. And then also considering the fact that the family knows you, like everybody knows you, everybody was expecting you guys to actually get married. And then all of a sudden, Charlie, you got one, it didn't work out. I think you should move on. Okay, this is my honest opinion. I think you should move on. I think that you've been overly vested in the family, in too many people within the same family. I think if you decided to look out of the box, you wouldn't even necessarily have recognized this girl's sister to even begin with. I think that it's a relationship. You gave her, your ex, this is what I'm talking about, you gave her a second chance. She didn't work with it. Things didn't work out. It's done. By all means, you can be friends with the sister, but not to this extent. I think that you should start to look at things differently and look out of the box. Don't go into the same family, into a whole lot of mess that you can't have control over, because it can and it could actually get messy. So, Charlie, a word to the wise, like Jess will say, isn't there? No.
Alrighty. Well, I think it's been well said, and it's very obvious that this might complicate things for you. I love how, Olivia, you sort of harped on the future, because sometimes we're looking and chasing immediate gratification, when in truth we need to be looking deeper and further than that. It can get really nasty, and it can get out of hand, and you may not enjoy this relationship with this other sister. So steer clear if you can. Please do yourself a favor. You can thank us later. Thank you so much for watching Sister Sister on your favorite Citi TV. Now, don't forget, if you want some more exciting content, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We call it the Citi Tube. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications for fresh updates.
Sister Sister, every Friday at 9 p.m. only on Citi TV.